Hey folks, in this video we're going to look at the lower, upper, and strip string tools. That was a mouthful. Let's get going. So, we've got a bit of code here. Hopefully it's a bit familiar to you guys. We've got a variable. We're asking a question because we're using the input function. And so whatever the user inputs whatever the user gives as an input for information, that will be called upon here. And we can try it out. What is your name? Mr. Taylor. Gives me back Mr. Taylor. Brilliant. If I was really excited and I left my caps lock on and I typed it down and I hit enter, it'll give me that back. But maybe I just want to relax a bit. Maybe I want to chill out. Maybe I don't want to be so excited. So what we can do is we can apply what's called the lower string tool. And that's written as dot lower, and then we've got those little brackets there, which means it's applying, I guess you can think of it as a function. It's applying sort of a function to that. So if I was to run it, and again, I'm really excited to be here. Mr. Taylor, hit enter. Everything has been toned down for us. Pretty groovy, okay? So that's the lower. Now, lower lowers everything. What do you think upper does? If you said it makes everything big, you are indeed correct. Well, not big, capitalize. So, maybe I'm just feeling very quiet. You know, a bit introverted. That's all right. But I want to get out there. Well, I apply my upper function and boom! I'm back in town. Mr. Taylor's back. So that's our upper function there. Okay? Lower and upper, they do the opposite things. Now, this is applied, the dot lower and the dot upper, I've just put it against the input, and that's applied it to for the entire variable. But let's say I only wanted to apply it to one variable, not to one variable, one time I use that variable. Well, that's all right. You don't have to put it to the input. You could just apply it over there. Okay, so you can have a bit of a split. Let's run it. Where's my name? And maybe I'm a goose. I'm just going to write everything wonky, because why not? Hit enter. The first one is normal, and then the second variable, this one here, well, that's all uppercase there. Okay? Either or always works. It depends on the situation, the context, and in how you're building your game. Now, the last thing is, let's just get rid of this. Oh my days. The last thing is strip. So if maybe I've lent on the spacebar a bit before I type my name in, and then I hit enter. Okay, it's recorded all these spaces. Now sometimes that might be important if you really care about a space, but generally speaking, you don't, and you want to prepare for what's called user error. Okay, you want to make it a bit easy to sort of pick these problems up. So what we can do is we can apply the strip function, or strip tool. So if I was to, let's get rid of this. Okay, if I was to run this, what is your name? And hit the space. I could even hit the space afterwards. It has stripped the spaces before and after the text in that string. Now you'll notice it hasn't removed the spaces between the letters. There are different tools that you can use for that. But for the purposes of our game, we only care about spaces before and afterwards. So, lower, upper, and strip. Final thing, you can combine them. Okay, so if I wanted to make everything uppercase and remove the spaces, well, we can do that. Got your back. Pine Charm's got your back. Hit enter. Oh, I didn't give a very good example there. I did a lot of the spaces. Mr. Taylor, hit enter. There we go. Remove the spaces, put it all uppercase. And you can combine them in here as well. You can also overwrite your variables, not your variables, the tools that you have applied. So we could do name, and then we could also lowercase this as well. Okay, so if I hit space, what is your name? Mr. Taylor, like that. First one is all uppercase. The second one is all lowercase. Even though I put the upper here, it's only applied to this first one because this dot lower is overwriting it. Now, at this point in the video, if you have just learned about, say, inputs and f strings, I would leave the video here. But if you're in a position where you have done the modules on if, else, and elif, continue the video here. I've got a little bit more information for you. Okay, so this is the second part of the video of lower, upper, and strip. I'm asking a question to the user. Do you have any money? Yes or no? And we've set up this decision logic here. So if you've got the money, you can buy a sword. If you don't have any money, if the answer is no, you can't buy the sword. And we've got our good old else statement. If the user inputs something that it doesn't understand, well, it's going to say, I don't understand. So if we run the program, just show you it works. Yes, you can buy the sword. Awesome. But like, what if the user types yes with a capital and then hits enter? The program says, I don't understand. And that's a bit frustrating because the user has said, well, yes, it's just one capital letter. Or even if they typed the right yes, but it's got some spaces, again, it doesn't understand. And the solution is, well, we can just apply our lower, our upper, and our strip as we see fit. We could apply it individually to our variables here, but usually you just want to apply it to the input because you'll apply it to everything. So in this case, I want yes and no to be lowercase. Well, I'll put a lower here, and I don't want any of those spaces, okay, because that might get in the way of it. So if I run it, I'll just try it the good way. Okay, works. That's nice. All right, let's do the cooked way. Right, hit enter. It still works now. Brilliant. So that is the power of using the lower, the upper, and the strip. You're trying to reduce the user error as best as you can so they can play the game and they're not getting frustrated by simple commands and things like that. So very powerful tool to use, especially for decision logic. That's when it really shines, actually. That's when you would use it to build your game. All right, peace out.